Hey y'all, I wanted to add something else to that video that I watched, and I don't know if I talked to y'all about this or not, but if I haven't, let me go ahead and go there right now. The video that I just did, why I believe that most men are narcissistic, super selfish, all about me, 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 and no matter what a woman does for them, women who are narcissistic do the same, okay? No matter what you've done for them, no matter how many children you've had with them, no matter how many years you have under the bridge, it doesn't matter because that thing over there, that person over there is sparkly, brand new. I already tricked you into caring for me, so I need somebody else to care for me. And then when I'm done with them, I need somebody else to care for me, etc. A lot of people do this dumb shit. Another thing, another case in point of what I mean when I say that men in particular can kick your ass to the curb. It don't matter how long you've been together. It don't matter how you swore on 10,000 stacks of Bibles that you would love each other to the end. That's a bunch of cockamamie bullshit because men in particular will detach from you in a heartbeat. Their wife detach, their girlfriend detach, fiance detach. Let me give you proof. So there was a hospice nurse. I don't know if I told y'all this. If I did, bear with me. There was a hospice nurse, and hospice means you're dying, right? One of the criteria for you to enter into hospice is you have to be expected to live 6 months or less, or no, 6 months or longer, I think, or wait, 6 months at least. You'll be gone within 6 months or so. Anyway, and some people have left hospice because they went into remission or whatever the case is. They got better or whatever. So it's a process, right? But anyway, move right along. A hospice nurse said, she does this for a living, okay? Can't argue with that. She's a medical professional. When wives become terminal, their husbands ditch them without a bat of a goddamn eye, honey. Ditch them. They put their asses in a nursing home. Saya freaking Nara, I'm out. So she has to die by herself. She has to die surrounded by strangers. They'll eventually get to know her, obviously. But it's disgusting. On the other hand, on the other side of the coin, she said then when husbands become terminal, the wives take care of them. They don't put them in a freaking nursing home. Okay? So if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. This same man who swore he'd always love you. The same man that stood before God and your family and friends, and he's going to love you until death do us part, or until I find a younger person or somebody who's got a flashier smile or whatever the case is. Absolutely disgusting behavior. My wife is dying. I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm out. Okay? If that don't make you change your mind on marriage or make you think long and hard before you get married, if that's not a wake-up call, I don't know what is. That's despicable. That is absolutely disgusting behavior. Wives do not do that. They go all in. What do I need to do? When do I give him his medication? How many injections does he need per day? What do I need? What equipment? They're going to tell her everything, give her the equipment or whatever they got to do to help her make his life better. But husbands? Oh, please. Oh, please. I ain't signing up for this. I'm out. I'm going to give you a true story about, and this is a true story too. I mean, about the hospice nurse. She just sees this every day. Husbands are like, okay, well, bye. He might not even say bye. He might just skedaddle down the road. I mean, people are horrible. Honestly, they're just absolutely horrible. And I don't know what in the freaking hell is wrong with men that they cannot connect to their emotions or they don't have any? I don't know. Well, most of them are narcissistic, like I said. Is that not the most selfish thing in the world that you could do? You know what I'm saying? If you need help, I'm sure you could get a nurse or a part-time nurse to help you in the house or whatever with your wife, a full-time nurse, whatever you got to do. Shit. So anyway, there was someone that I was friends with a long time ago, and her uncle was married, and his wife got very, very ill. He threw her ass in a nursing home. And and he told the staff at the hospital she is never to have any visitors. So he pursued someone who is probably more than half his wife's age, probably young enough to be his daughter or granddaughter. He started seeing her, moved her into the house of him and his wife, and allowed her to decorate and put her own spin on the house and everything else. Basically, erase the memories and you can make it your own type of deal. Well, when the family knew that he had done that, okay? So before I go there, um, my previous friend is a so-called reverend. That's a long story. I'm not going to go there, but she's a fake. But anyway, she's a so-called reverend. And because by law, you have to be allowed a religious council, she was able to see her. Okay. He came to see her like at one particular point, and she had Alzheimer's. So a lot of times you forget who your partner is, your spouse is, whatever. Your family members, you don't necessarily remember who they are, etc. Honey, he put his hand on her shoulder or her arm or whatever, and she yanked away from him. It's kind of like, I might not remember a lot of things, but I remember that I don't like you. Honey, when she told me about that, I was like, no way. She said, oh, yeah. She pulled away from him, like, don't even think about it. I was thrown by that. Wow. So what happened was she eventually passed away, and a lot of people wore red to the funeral because that was her favorite color. And the family, there were certain members of the family that wanted to hurt him so bad because of the dirt that he did. That is disgusting, that is despicable, and unfortunately, it's typical. Okay? Husbands, pull the freaking, like I told you, pull the plug out of the wall. No power to the lamp anymore. You are the lamp. You're the wife. You're the lamp. Anyway, so she had to play referee at the funeral because they wanted to jump his world. Like, you are despicable. She's like, I had to play referee, and I started laughing, and I said, I could picture you wearing a black and white striped shirt like a referee with a whistle running around at the funeral trying to prevent fights. Because you can bet your sweet Patushka that at funerals, they're going to be family. You're going to do some dirty, shady, whatever, and there's going to be family members that want to go upside your head at the funeral. I promise you, funeral workers, people that work, that directors, funeral directors, people that work in the funeral home, they could probably tell us some stories about family members that were real close or got popped a time or two, and you've been probably needing that for a long time anyway, truth be told. Okay. So anyway, what happened was, so she died and all this, and like I said, she had to play referee at the funeral so somebody don't get their behind whooped. And then I don't know what it was that gave the girlfriend a wake-up call, but she dumped him. Sure did. Dumped his ass. So he ended up without his wife, which was fine with him, and ended up without his girlfriend. I'm not only going to put you in a nursing home, but you can't have visitors. If that's not the epitome of evil, I don't know what is. You think I'm making this up when I say that men are dead inside? I'm not. Okay? Like I said, a medical professional that tells you this is what they do for a living and they see this all the time, you dang skippy. Okay? And there's women, I think I talked about it in another video, who see men are always threatening women you're gonna die alone because we're tired of y'all's shit, right? You're gonna die alone, you're gonna die alone. Two women that worked in the medical field, they work in they didn't specify, but they said we see people die all the time. These men always die by themselves. So they're gaslighting us into making us believe that because we don't want to be bothered with them, we're going to die with about 35 cats and we're going to die alone in a hospital or wherever alone. We could either deal with a cold-blooded narcissist or which most of y'all are or we can just not deal with your ass at all and people that are our real friends will be by our side. And they treat us better than you've ever treated us. So, hey, you listen to people. Listen, these two women said, I see men die all the time by themselves. All the time. This is what they wanted. Apparently, they were spewing hate. They were with MGTOW. They joined the cult MGTOW, and they're determined to encourage other men, as many men as possible, to hate women. Well, the only people you're hurting is yourself because you're holding all that stress in your body. You're going to get sick, physically sick, because all that acid, that acidic attitude starts to hurt your body and you have high blood pressure and you have ED problems. Your stick doesn't work anymore anyway, and you're holding all this anger in and you got all these things that start going wrong in your body, and that's what you deserve and that's what you get for being hateful. That's what you get. There's going to be a price to pay for being the way you are. And if you want to go biblical, we can. There is a scripture that specifically says people will be lovers of selves. What does that tell you? What does that describe? Narcissist. Lovers of selves. You fell down the stairs, you broke your leg. What that got to do with me? Babe, can you come see me at the hospital? No? Why do I need to come see you at the hospital? I mean, you're going to come home eventually, right? If they even bother to answer their phone. That's how a narcissist would treat you if you broke your leg or you had whatever happened to you. They don't care. What that got to do with me? I know you're going to be on crutches when you get home, but I mean, how soon can you get here? Because I'm kind of hungry. This is why women want to be alone. This is why women are happy to be by themselves. This is why women are saying, you know what, I've been celibate for years and I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on my kids, my grandkids. I'm focused on my career, whatever it is that they got going on, because they don't want to deal with poison. And narcissists are toxic poisons. And they can never change unless they made a concerted effort to go to counseling, comprehensive, powerful counseling with a psychotherapist. They don't want to do that because they don't want to face the fact that they are the way they are. So the only recoil, the only not recoil, the only thing that you can do is dump their asses once you find out who they truly, truly are. Once they stop being a fake, I'm such a nice person. I smile. I hold your hand. I emphasize on romance, romance, romance. And I don't know a fucking thing about romance because I'm actually a dead person walking and I'm a selfish son of a bitch. But I'm going to talk all this stupid little bullshit and put on the fake nice guy costume because I want you to fall for me. Because if I revealed who I really was, you would never develop any feelings for me ever. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So anyway, much love to y'all. Ladies, watch your back. These men out here are horrible. They are killing women. They are killing women who are pregnant. They don't care, especially when they're pregnant, because they don't see this as a beautiful thing. Oh my God, we're having a baby. Oh my God, it's so great. They don't see it that way. If the man is a narcissistic bastard, he sees that child as something tugging on my wallet. That's a ball and chain tugging on my goddamn wallet. He or her has their tiny little paw in my wallet every 5 minutes, and I'm not down. So if I get rid of the mother, I get rid of the child while she's pregnant. They don't see it the way you all do. Oh, this is so beautiful. Mhm. A narcissist doesn't see it that way. Okay? They don't. They really don't. So watch your back. Be very, very careful. Be very selective of who you choose, not only as partners, but who you choose as friends. Because friends can be narcissistic too. And I've been there, done that, and they've all been fired because I don't want to deal with that shit in my friendships either because that's not a real friend. Okay? All right. Much love to you.